Thanks for recording. Later. That's it. What do you mean? Angelo? Thank you. Feel like we're gonna go over last week, which was how to monetize your stream. Let me go ahead and share this one. All right, so we went over last week how to monetize your stream. Right? We were talking about once you pretty much get your channel up and running, how do you monetize your stream? Because that's pretty much what you kind of into it for. I mean, you're into it for your passion, but you're also into it to make money. So how do you monetize your stream? Went over it's three ways. It's a contract, right? You sign a contract with a brand deal, sponsorships, or audience gear, right? Um, from there, we did also talk about with your contract, you got to get signed to a team, organization, or platform. And how do you get these opportunities? And honestly, if it's you continue building your coach in your community, building your audience, building your audience and everything again, you get enough eyes on you, companies are going to come to you in order to sign a contract because you are pretty much free publicity, right? Or not free, but you're pretty much cheap publicity. So you're going to get brand deals, endorsement deals, right? Something like Better Health, think something like Fresh Health, Fresh Stuff, something like G Fuel, things of that nature. It'd be like 3 month brand deal you sign. Um, and also, like you mentioned with the class, make sure you go over and you sign your contract, right? Before you sign it, make sure you go over your contract. Make sure that all your ducks in a row. Make sure that it's nothing shady with your contract saying like you got to get this amount of views on your videos in order to get this much amount of money. No, you want if they give you a 3 month brand deal, what you want is a brand deal that allows you 3 months. You're gonna pay me this much each month, and I don't have to hit a certain amount of views in order to get paid that amount of money. So that's one way. Another way was sponsorships, right? It's another way, important way of monetizing your stream. In some cases, it can be the lifeblood of your channel. In other ways, it can be addition. Sponsorship deals can also include money, but also products from brands that you deal with. So think of things like companies like PDP or Razer, which makes controllers for video games. Razer they make laptops, other tech. PDP they make other peripherals for a different amount of video game consoles. And then HelloFresh, of course, is always the main one that you see. For a refresher, I will play the video that I played last week. Um, and then we just finished going over that. So give me 1 second as I pull that up.
What's up, guys? Harris here. I wanted to talk to you about something really important and really kind of hard to talk about today, and that's sponsorships. And not just the standard sponsorship video that you see a lot of, like, oh,
Give me 1 second.
get your elevator pitch ready, network as much as you can, blah blah blah, which are usually good, but they're very surface level. And I would just like to get into more of the nitty gritty of sponsorships and actually talk about how they work and things you need to look out for when you should start looking for sponsorships. The stuff that really you can only give advice on if you if you're very experienced in the area. And unfortunately, on Twitch, there's not a lot of people who have extensive experience with working with brands or sponsors. And really, the only streamers on like Twitch or Mixer who are doing these large sponsorships or brand deals are either the top 20 to 30 streamers who then, of course, aren't making videos about them afterwards. Two, people who are signed to organizations like pro players who then of course aren't actually making a single dollar off of them anyway, and then people like me who are have an extensive history of social media and came from other platforms like YouTube or Instagram, where brand deals are much more prevalent and have a lot more history, and then moved over to Twitch. So fortunately, that's the kind of experience that I can share. I've worked with well, I'll just put logos on the screen. This is every company I can think of that I've worked with over the past 5 years. And there are just a lot of things that you should know before heavily pursuing sponsorships or brand deals. And so I view this video as super important, because this isn't a video about setting up your OBS, getting rid of some dropped frames, or setting up your light just right. This is about turning your stream into a business. This is about turning this into a career and actually making money, and some of the mistakes that a lot of streamers make that end up sometimes being career breaking. It's important that you have an understanding of how much a streamer is making for having a tiny little logo underneath his camera during his stream. And by the way, spoiler, more times than not, it's absolutely nothing. By the way, I do stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday evening on Twitch. Link to that down in the description below. Also, if you find this helpful, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Thanks. I've had the incredible experience over the past 5 years of being a full-time content creator, of working with some of the top name brands. And some of these experiences were absolutely incredible, and some of them were nightmares, and I will never want to work with those brands again. Some of these were simple one-off brand deals. Some of them were longer-term sponsorships. These deals were the lifeblood of our careers, because we were running a music channel and we weren't able to monetize anything. Nope. 22 million views, and Warner Brothers took every single penny. And called and threatened legal action, by the way. They made Kenzie cry. Not a fan. But these brand deals made up almost 100% of our income. So I would like to share with you guys a little bit more about how these work, some do's and don'ts of sponsorships, and of course, how you should treat your channel to best prep yourself for turning it into a career in the future. First off, you guys came into the video because the word sponsorship was in the title, and now I'm talking about brand deals. Let's talk about the two words and what they mean. They are technically pretty interchangeable, but generally in the industry, when someone says brand deal, they're talking about a one-time exchange deal. The brand gives you money and or a product. You, in return, advertise said product on your channel, and yeah, you're pretty much done. You've seen a handful of these on this channel, and even a couple of videos throughout the rest of this month are going to have these kind of brand deals on them. The word sponsorship, however, is often used when you're talking about a long-term contract. You rep the brand for a number of months or years, whether it's putting their logo on your stream or like them using your likeness on their website. You basically become integrated with the brand. These aren't as cut and dry as the others, and even though they're longer, they often pay less, and because the deliverables aren't as clear, they can often get a little sketchy. It's often just a way for a company to brand your channel, much like the way a rancher brands his cattle. But for some reason, there's kind of this weird perspective among small streamers, and sometimes larger streamers too, that if you have sponsors, you're legit. This mindset can actually be a huge hindrance to streamers, and let me explain why. And I'm not just talking about one of those like, oh, your mindset is in the wrong place kind of hindrances. This causes streamers to make poor decisions with their brand. This makes poor decisions with their money. This causes them to make poor decisions with their time. You guys know, if you've been following the channel for a while, I did a video a while back on how to approach brands and kind of what sponsors want to hear from you when you approach them. I did a second video then on analyzing some big gaming brands' affiliate programs and how to spot predatory ones. Consider this video like the third installment of the sponsorship series, and one, unfortunately, that a lot of you guys are going to click away from, because I am going to be saying some things that you don't want to hear. But it's about why you should stop trying to get sponsors for now, while you're at home. There's a time and a place for everything, and when you're at gaming events, you should approach every sponsor possible, even the ones you don't want to work with. But for now, stop. And just to put some validation behind that, so you know I'm not just lying to you, so I get to keep all the sponsors for myself, in the past 5 years of doing what I do, I have reached out to fewer than 5 sponsors. I just don't do it. There's no reason to do it. Let's talk about how they work. Before a sponsorship contract is written up, an evaluation of your brand value is done. The brand will look at the reach you have on your channel and on your socials, and not just the number of followers. In fact, that's probably one of the least important ones on there. They will look at the engagement and the influence that you have with your audience. So, for example, the amount of likes and follows that you get on your tweets, or how fast you are growing, or what is the reason that people follow you. Do they just think you're entertaining, or do they actually respect your opinion on a topic? If you'll let me be completely transparent with my business here, one of the big things that I share with brands is my Amazon associate numbers, how much actual merchandise I sell via the links in the description of the videos, because that gives the brand a very real number of how my videos translate into sales. So by the way, everybody who's purchased anything from a link, thank you. And by the way, I do plan on being incredibly transparent in this video, if you're okay with that. Not just giving you theoretical answers of how this works, but actually giving you real numbers of what I work with. I feel like that would actually help you understand what you should look for and what you should expect. So the brand will come to you with an offer. If you put an ad in your video for our product, we will pay you this amount. That number will always be less than what you're worth every time. It's not anything personal. It's just the way business works. Now, if you have great representation, like an agent, the brand will come to you and say, hey, we want to pay you $2,000 for this brand integration. The agent will come back and say, no, 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 no. Harris knows what he's worth, and his video is worth $4,000, and they'll go back and forth until they finally settle on $3,000, which is probably the most accurate representation of what it's worth. And by the way, just to kind of pull the curtain off of this for a little bit, I probably started doing brand deals on this channel at about 50,000 subscribers, and to do a, let's say, 1-minute integration to the beginning of a video, I would probably get paid anywhere between $1,000 and $2,000. Now that the channel is above 100,000 subscribers, a more realistic number of what we generally negotiate is probably between $3,000 and $6,000. Now, keep in mind that this channel has an incredibly high engagement rate. We get a lot of views and likes and comments compared to our number of subscribers. Not to mention the content on this channel is super brandable. So compare that to someone who's maybe doing gaming videos on their YouTube channel and has 100,000 subscribers. They're probably doing brand deals for anywhere from $500 to $1,500. But this also allows me to be incredibly picky with sponsors on my channel, and I can say no to any kind of sponsors that would either hurt the channel or would hurt you. Now, I've shared a lot of information similar to this in videos before, and since then I've gotten numerous questions about how do I get sponsors? How do I get an agent? The point of me resharing this information with actual numbers is to drive a point. Until your channel has actual value in the market, you will not make any money off of these. The mistake streamers make is they think that having sponsors legitimizes your channel, but all that's doing is you're putting the cart before the horse. The only way you're going to get any kind of return from any of these sponsors is if you've already put in the work, you've created the content, and you've built an audience before you try to get the sponsors. I can promise you that having a G Fuel logo on your stream will, 1, not get you any more viewers, and 2, all you're going to get is a tiny percentage off of G Fuel, which then you're going to use to buy more G Fuel than you would have bought otherwise, costing you more money. Do you see the marketing scheme here? It can actually get worse too. Let's say you do sign one of these contracts and then you actually do blow up and you have value in the market. Oftentimes you're signed to a long-term commitment and you're restricted from working with any of those companies' competitors. So when Razer Respawn reaches out to you, you have to say, nope, sorry, I'm signed with G Fuel, not making any money. By the way, this isn't like an anti-G Fuel thing. I'm just using them as an example because everybody puts G Fuel on their stream, and I can guarantee you 99.9% of these streamers are not getting paid a dime. The only time you'll actually get something out of a brand sponsorship that you sign early on like this is if it's, 1, a brand that you really love and you want to be committed to, and 2, it's one of those affiliate type programs that as you grow, the rewards grow as well and you grow with them. And there are some companies that do some really cool let's grow together kind of programs. But there is actually one more really large detriment that comes with reaching out to sponsors early. There is a real issue here, and I want you to seriously think and consider this. Sponsorships are distracting. They are a distraction from the real focus that you need to have. Right now, unless you're like a top tier player in a game or a pro, the only real way to grow on live streaming platforms is to create content outside the platform on more discoverable platforms and then bring that audience in. And for new streamers, that's an incredibly overwhelming thought, especially if you don't know how to edit content and you don't want to learn. And the idea that if you just got a sponsor, it would legitimize you and it would help you grow, like, some affiliate programs would have you believe, is a massive distraction and an excuse not to do the important things that you need to be doing. Real talk, guys, you only have a certain amount of hours in the day, and you only have a certain amount of bandwidth that your brain can focus on in any of those given hours. If you're spending all of your time grinding Twitch or Mixer, hoping to get that sponsorship that will one day make you big, you're going to spend years grinding to eventually turn around and realize you wasted a lot of time. Focus on the content. Focus on learning how to create content, and then focus on learning how to improve that content. Create things that build your value in the market rather than spending your time trying to strike deals before you have any value to offer them in return. All right, let's end this video with some do's and don'ts. Do approach every brand when you go to an event. Ask for their social media manager. Nail down your pitch. Figure out how to best sell yourself. It's a great practice opportunity to learn to be more professional in the industry. Don't spend any of your time at home trying to email and get sponsors. Instead, do spend your time learning to create good content and consume content. By the way, you wouldn't believe how many hours a day I watch YouTube and Twitch analyzing these streamers and content creators, figuring out what makes a content creator good, what I can emulate and apply to my own content. If you want to be in the industry, you have to learn the industry. Don't try to go out and get an agent until you are large enough to actually make good deals. Agents don't magically make great sponsorships appear out of midair, and good agents only make money if you make money. Chances are, if someone's willing to represent you before you offer a lot of value to the market, they're probably trying to rip you off. They're probably going to ask for a fee up front and a monthly fee. They're just taking your money. Look, here's my general rule of thumb. You'll know when you're ready to start working with sponsors when sponsors start reaching out to you. You'll know when you're ready to get an agent when agents start reaching out to you. I've worked with 3 major agencies in my time as a full-time content creator, and I didn't reach out to any of them. I focused on the content and they came to me. And I hope you found this helpful. If you do have any further questions on this, again, you can jump into my stream. I stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I do a lot of just chatting, answering a lot of these kinds of questions. Link again down in the description below. Also, we do have a massive community on Discord. Link to that down in the description below. It is full of streamers trying to turn this into a career. Find some people you can talk to. And as always, happy streaming.
All right. And that was the video that we watched last week. Just a refresher. Let's finish this up and then we're going to move on to the new subject this week. Audience gets right. This is going to be the last one. So audience gets right. We talk about this a lot and went into detail, right? Donations are a great way to monetize your stream, but it also shows the support that you have for your community. Remember that they are donations from your fans and subscribers, and that any amount is grateful. And that donations can come from plenty of avenues, from super chat donations to PO box mail delivery, right? That video is just showing how to set up a PO donation box in your stream. The audience gift is a very, very great way of, monetizing your stream. And it's twofold thing, like I said, it also shows how much your community cares for you. For example, I love wrestling. I watch a wrestling podcast. He do streams on YouTube, and he brings in a lot of money just strictly in super chat donation. We're not even talking about like his subscribers when they want to subscribe to his channel, his Patreon, whatever. We're talking about super chat donations. He makes a lot of money just based off of that, and he streams Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays and and he pay-per-views too. So he makes a lot of money in 1 week. And depending on how the pay-per-view schedule is set up with wrestling events, he make even more money based off of that, especially with the big pay-per-views and everything. So audience gets is a great way. Then we also talked about getting brand deal sponsorships, right? And I had you all do a activity about finding, what was 3 brands that you want to, have a sponsorship deal with. And I um, remember someone said Nike, and I was like, that was a great move because Nike is a worldwide brand. You see that check mark, you know what that is. 9 times out of 10, someone in here have Nike, right? And I see a few of you all have some Nike brand shoes on. You want to always hit for the brands that are worldwide recognition because you don't have to do a lot of the heavy work. The work is pretty much already done. All you got to do is say a little bit of something and the brand recognition spread is going to come, it's going to spread throughout your community, right? Like you have a Nike deal, you have a deal with a big car company like a Ford or a Dodge, things of that nature. Gatorade, right? That's a great. You know what Gatorade is when you see that lightning, that orange lightning symbol. You know that's Gatorade, right? Like when you see the golden arches in the sky, it's McDonald's. So when you think of sponsorship deals, when you think of brand deals, of course you want to take the ones that come to you, right? If McDonald's or Gatorade or Nike not knocking on your door at first, of course you want to take those deals, right? Frito Lay, Coca Cola's another one. You want to take the smaller deals, but eventually when you get big enough, let's say you get up to like 100,000, 200,000 subscribers, you want to be also trying to get those big names. And the reason why I picked something like Nike for myself was because, what if you get big enough and they want to enter a legit partnership with you, right? Not a 3 month brand deal. I'm talking about 3 year partnership. It may be 3 years, 5 million, something like that, and to get to the point to where they would give you your own shoe silhouette, right? They give you your own shoe silhouette, or they give you your own colorway named after you. That's a really big look for you that will help not only you personally, but help your channel, right? You're gonna help your channel grow. They're like, oh, she got her own shoe. He got his own colorway. This, that, and the third. That's great. So this week, that's all for what we went over last week, which was how to monetize your stream. So this week we're going to talk about. I don't have a PowerPoint for it, but this week we're going to talk about. This week we're going to talk about your stream team, right? So you have your equipment together. You have an idea of what you want to. You have an idea of what you want to pretty much put out there, your genre. You have all of that together. Now it's your stream team. So what is your stream team? Your stream team is pretty much your team of people that are going to be helping you run your channel, right? Because you can't do everything, right? So you're going to want to have someone to help edit your video. You want to have someone to help with your social media platforms. You want to have someone that helps pretty much manage your day-to-day schedule, right? Like what are you doing on these days? Because it's going to be a lot. Starting off is not going to be a lot, right? You're not going to need like a manager, off top, but you may need an editor, though, right? Why would you need an editor? You need an editor because you want someone while you're streaming real time, they can take parts of that stream, edit it, and put it on something like a YouTube Shorts, on something like a TikTok, on something like Instagram real time. You want that promotion. You want that promotion entertainable because you want people to come in and check you out as soon as they seen that short. Even if it's not a live stream, it's like an on-demand stream like with like YouTube or Twitch have, you want that. Having an editor is probably going to be your most important part of your stream team because your editor can do so much and not just edit. They can be your videographer, right? Because they know, as them being editors, they know how the camera should look, right? The quality of the camera, like how it's shoot, where's your angles are, things of that nature. So your editor is probably going to be the person that you lean on the most, especially if you want to put out these shorts, put out these short-term vids. You really, really, really want your editor, right? That's probably going to be the most important thing. Your second most important part of your training team will probably be your social media manager. So they're always going to be promoting, right? Your social media manager is always going to be promoting you. They're always going to be promoting your channel. So whatever videos, whatever posts, they're going to do that 24/7 throughout the week. Not just the days that you're streaming, every day, 7 days a week. Um, Another part would be, like I said, your manager, because your manager would be the part of your team that will go out and help, close deals, sponsorship deals we talked about just a little while ago, the brand stuff that we talked about a little while ago. They would be the ones. They would be the ones that would sit up there and help you get in rooms and close deals and things of that nature. So, one second. Sure. Right, your strength team. Part of your strength team would be that. Would be the like I said, like be your social media manager. You also have other parts of your training team. You can have a whole crew. It's kind of like someone like a Castanet, right? He have his own piece. He have not only himself, he have like a Duke Dennis, he have like a Phantom. Thanos, we have all of them, right? That helps stream to take the load off of him. So even though he's going to stream his days, he's going to have the rest of his crew stream the other days and also do a combined stream, right? So that's very important because they can also be part of your train team. Let me find this video real quick. Give me one. Another part of your stream that is another part of your stream team that is also important would be your moderator, right? Your moderator is always being why? Because you want to keep your community pure. You want to keep your community safe. You don't want, you know, bad people like white supremacist racists or, sexist or whoever. You don't want them entering your space because for your subscribers, for your community, your your channel is their safe space. So you don't want people to come in and just mess that up. I do have a video right here that I'm going to play, talking about why it's important for streamers to have editors, streamers for editors and everything, and also talk about your moderator. So let's play the video, and then we'll talk about it.
When it comes to understanding and managing all the Twitch roles, it can be a little confusing. Lucky for you, I'm going to go over all the Twitch roles for viewers and broadcasters. That way you can understand exactly what they do and how you can use it to make Twitch better for you. Here we go. Hey, what's going on, all you awesome content creators? Wild here. When it comes to understanding Twitch roles, I like to break it down into two categories. First of all, we're all Twitch users, and underneath that, you have Twitch viewers and Twitch broadcasters. Let's start with Twitch viewers first. Right off the bat, any viewer is going to be a normal viewer. This is the person that comes in, watches your stream, or perhaps will just lurk, which means they're just passively watching and enjoying your stream. Next, we have a Twitch founder, which means they have a founder badge. A founder badge is a subscriber badge exclusively for the first 10 prime or paid subscribers of an affiliates channel, or first 25 prime or paid subscribers of a partner's channel. They don't get any exclusive perks or anything unique to them. They just get that one unique badge that shows that they were one of the first people to help support your stream, which probably means that they've probably been there since the beginning. So maybe give them a little bit of extra love, just a little bit. Next we have up is a Twitch VIP. VIPs are valuable members of your streaming community who are recognized with a special badge. Streamers get to unlock 10 VIP slots by completing the Build a Community achievement. Now, this will scale as you build more of your community and it increases in numbers. If you want more of an explanation of that, I actually did a video of it, or you can check out the links down below. But if you're a Twitch VIP, you actually are able to perform the following actions. Chat without being affected by slow, sub-only, or follower-only modes. You can chat without being affected by rate limits, and you can post links in chat even when links are disabled. Twitch VIPs aren't locked in positions. You can pick and choose and always rearrange or, change from month to month of who you want to be a VIP, or hey, you can even make it a Twitch reward. Next, we have one that you're probably familiar with, and that is a Twitch subscriber, which is a viewer who monetarily supports your stream by hitting that subscribe button on your channel. Now, all of the rewards and perks and benefits that they get for subscribing to a channel can differ depending on what the streamer has for that channel. But there are some default ones. Things like they unlock emotes, depending on what tier they subscribe out, they can unlock flare and animated emotes, or you can even get extra channel points for watching a stream, ad-free viewing, sub-only chat, and subscriber-only streams. The perks differ, so to check out what you're going to get for each channel as a Twitch subscriber, make sure you click on the subscriber button, and right there, it'll show you what you get. Twitch moderators are considered the backbone of Twitch, but I actually consider them the war horses because they do so much. When you're a Twitch moderator, that means you've set them to be someone who can help manage the stream's chat to ensure that it stays safe, welcoming, and a fun place by performing the following actions. They can time out and ban users, enable slow, subscriber only, or follow only chat modes. They can start, manage, and end polls, and start, manage, and end predictions. At the time of this video, Twitch is bound to grow, so I'm sure the actions that moderators get will also grow. So make sure you check out the link down below that lets you know what Twitch has added or how you can actively manage a role as a moderator. Everyone always talks about Twitch moderators, but nobody really gives love to Twitch editors. And those are the people that you really need to trust in your channel and actually do a ton of work that makes streaming really easy on you. If you're not familiar with an editor, they're able to access a channel's dashboard and help streamers manage their channel by performing these following actions. They can edit stream info, run commercial breaks, edit video info, upload videos, start reruns, download past broadcasts. They can review, search, sort, and delete, including mass delete any clips. And they can also set channel clipping permissions. Hey, let's get real for just a moment and bring down the lights. When you have to pick a Twitch editor, please take some time. This is an extremely important role that has a lot of power because they can actually effectively ruin your current stream or go back and ruin all your past streams. So make sure you pick somebody that's going to be good for your stream, has your best interest in it for you and your channel and your community, and won't cause a divide between you or any drama. Just want to make sure I get that out there because I've seen this happen a lot. Hey, wild cutting in here really quick. If you enjoy this type of video and you want to see more of it from me, you can do me a few things. Go down below, leave me a comment, hit that like, and also that almighty subscribe button. And if you want to go above and beyond, hey, down in the bottom right-hand corner, you can now hit that super thanks button to show me true love. But now back to the video. Now, that is all the roles that are currently on Twitch that I consider to be important. But if you need to manage any of those roles, it's really easy to do. All you need to do is just go to your community tab, then go to manage roles. From here, you'll see a list of all the members in your community who have an active role, like an editor or moderator or even VIP. And here you can add, take away, or make changes. Now, there's no real defined rules when it comes to broadcasters, but I think there actually is. So let's just touch on it really quick. If you're a Twitch broadcaster, first, when you start streaming, you're just a normal broadcaster, but you can work your way up to what is known as a Twitch affiliate that you can unlock by hitting certain requirements. Those requirements will be hitting at least 500 total minutes broadcast in the last 30 calendar days, at least 7 unique broadcast days in the last 30 calendar days, an average of 3 concurrent viewers or more over the last 30 calendar days, and at least 50 followers. Once you've signed all the paperwork and become a Twitch affiliate, you do unlock some really cool perks. Things like people can subscribe to your channel, you can now accept bits, and you can actually get rev share from advertisements shown on your stream. And of course, don't forget, once you become a Twitch affiliate, depending on the size of your community and how many subscribers you have, you get to unlock and have emotes. Now, above Twitch affiliate is a Twitch partner, which has its own set of requirements, which you can see right here on screen. And when you unlock Twitch partner, you also get your own very unique set of perks and benefits, which I'll also put here on stream. Things like you get more chat badges, more emoticons. You even get up to certain lifetime channel subscriptions for you and your family, and you even get extended VOD storage. There's a lot of cool things. So again, take a look at the screen here. And if you want to learn more about Twitch affiliate, Twitch partner, I did do a video on that a long time ago. Some of the information be a little outdated, but it still has a lot of good things about it that you can check out in the top right corner here. Now, when it comes to being a Twitch partner, I would say you have more avenues for making money on Twitch. However, it seems like this changes from season to season or year to year on Twitch. So to make this video evergreen, I'm just going to put a link down below that will take you to the current ways of how you can make money as a Twitch partner on Twitch, or put a graphic here up on screen for you to look at. The last role we have for broadcasters is the upper echelon for Twitch broadcasters, and that would be a Twitch ambassador. A Twitch ambassador is a person who positively contributes to the Twitch community, from being a role model for their community to establishing new content genres to having inspirational stories that empower those around them. These are the people that truly bleed purple on Twitch. There's only a few of them, and if you want to check out who's a Twitch ambassador, I'm actually going to put a link down below so that way you can thank them for being such a positive impact on Twitch's community. And you know what? The cool thing about a Twitch ambassador is you can become one too. There's actually a sign-up sheet for it. If I can remember where I can find it, I'll put it down in the links down below. But you too, depending on your numbers and criteria, can become a Twitch ambassador. Understanding and managing all the Twitch roles is extremely important because it's going to make your viewing experience better and also your stream broadcasting experience way better and sometimes even easier. Now, if you need more help with your Twitch streams, hey, that's where I come in clutch for you. Take a look at the videos over to my right-hand side.
All right. Yeah. So yeah, so that video had a lot of information in it, right? Had a lot of information in it to show what exactly. Oh, I don't see no agreement. So what are some of the reasons why you wanted the air? I was doing some people. The reason they was saying so the people sign what? Once you start streaming first time, you don't want to have to do a 2.5, 3 hour stream. And then afterwards, you have to edit that 2.5, 3 hour video. That's time consuming. It can be used for that time to search on find what game you want to play or just get first together. So having edited the same stuff. It's the same thing with mods too. They can say time also because you don't want to have to stop what you're doing in your stream, pause your video game, and then sit there and have to go in your chat and clock out 7 feet. You can have your mods. Another thing we have mods too is that it saves time and because you don't have to pay for mods. You don't have to hire someone for mods. With your mods, you can just use people from your community. You do people that's they want to hire. You pay them. Like, so say you have outsource thing. Just pick somebody from your day one community. Be like, hey, you want to be a mod for my channel? For my channel to be a mod, more than likely they'll say yes. They'll be your mod. That's why it's important to always like acknowledge your subscribers. And if you do that, especially with your day one, they're gonna feel like they're your journey. It'll be things like why. Consider this same time that helps motion. And what else would your editing be useful? What else? What else? What's another good reason why you're editing? Let's say. They would definitely help. You know that is right. They would your chat right. They would help your chat, making sure that's not. You don't want that people. You know, saying in your chat, saying a lot of crazy. It's plenty of times like in plenty of chats, which you know, they say some wild stuff, right? You don't want all you doing anything. You don't want them saying a lot of crazy things. It's just about stuff, especially like Brits. You don't want chat to happen. You know, monitor how you want it, what's important. You editors, trims, you know, you want your subscriber to be safe. You want them that they click on your link, watch your stream, and in your chat. You want them to feel safe. That is safe. You don't want them to feel anything. Okay. You don't want that. So let's do another part of your another part of your tricks. The editors we do for another part. I'll show you. So social media. They definitely also help with your premium. Right? They can help even more than your editor, right? They're the one, Facebook, your Twitter, your IG, your whatever else out there, Blue Sky, whatever. They're gonna be out there pushing all that stuff. They'll cast a wide net. So that's a definitely for them. Promo. They're gonna say on every platform. All platforms, and they know how to use their experts. They know how. They know how to use all the platforms. They can get all the data. You know what platform is your most engaged in, platforms is not working, what can you work, can you signing up. So your social media manager is very important also. And of course your last thing is your basic management. Right? They just do everything. They help with your deals, they help close deals, they help with your schedule. If you have to fly somewhere, they're the ones that help set up your plane ticket information, tickets that you need to go to for all the Comic Cons, or just time period, anywhere. Anywhere. So I have one of the science people wants to do what do you want? I don't want to all these together. So your traits. I want you to do. You have a budget. Let's say things on. You got to do labs house. I think I gave you that budget. So let's say I'm gonna give y'all a $3,000. Yeah, budget 3,000. Put this budget $3,000. Of course, you're gonna have set up whatever like that. But you're gonna have some money left over. You want to know which of your strengths and what you hire first. Right? Let's say after you get your, so let's not say that if you already spend 2,000 of that, right? You spend $2,000 of that laptop. Yeah, microphone, green screen, whatever else you need, etc. We want to know which these four of your stream team, right? Would you hire your editor first? Would you hire your boss don't really count, but would you get them off? Since you need a man, but why don't you just hire a local management? So once in the four, would you hire first? So if you want 10 is say 450, so give you all like 30 minutes, 520, like 520. Me and I hire. All right. You're gonna be up $1,000. That $1,000 goes towards that that member of strengths. And also you can also hire graphics too. And also part of the graphics team. But you don't want a graphic to help set up how your stream, right? So they're gonna set up how your name looks, how just your stream looks, different colors, your logo, all of that. I had exactly. I mixed deep laptops and all things on the side. I hired white. They charge me like $250 for my logo and everything, and I'll show you all example of that in today's class. But that will also do you have $1,000. You can't pay nothing cheap, right? So the thing is, if you pay cheap, you get cheap back. So if you pay this person $50, you're gonna get a $50 loan. If you're gonna pay this person $75, they're gonna edit your video about this. You need to pay and bring points. This is part of you being part of this training. You also you have to pay. You don't may not like it, but you have to pay. So 30 minutes, at 5:20, we can pay it. Tell me which one of the five you want to hire first and why. We're discussing.
Like, Aramis, this is a class like taking a. Get, are you as you're trying to get the video up? Are they just taking a break?
No, it's an assignment.
Oh wait. Oh, it's kind of odd how you. It's, yeah, on the bright side, think outside the box. But
No, it's an assignment. You have to find 20. Give me 1 second. Pay
Okay.
attention.
I'll just ask it. Sometimes I get confused with the question, if you know what I mean.
All right, 10 more minutes. more minutes. Great. Favorite game. Oh, all right. All right. Okay. Box, and you have these five positions to fill. Which one would you hire? Right. The idea that eventually you would make more money. Which one would you hire? So now the next, which one would you hire first? First, hire. Why? That's you said social media. That is for all. All right.
I have my graphic editor.
Why? You care about how you're just part of this. First and second, when you just see it for a channel to a certain way, it will probably be right. Or not. So like I said, once you have your community established and you have your day, you can square lines. There you have it. That's what is most Twitch channels, right? They'll do it for free to a certain point, and you can always pay. So that's you say, but that's smart. You see, your friends. That's your social media. What about you? Who would you hire?
It's not how I first did it. Why? Only reason why I want to put that first is because those videos don't come out.
That's true. Editors, they're too. They're not only an editor, but they can also be the editor. So they'll be able to know how the character position, their aims, and software side to make engineering and different everything. So say editor. Hey, what about you? Who would you hire first? Social media man. Same reasons. Same reasons. Okay. Who would you hire? Who would you hire first? Let's take your first one. Better. You did say social media. Again, same reason you want to really play with potential stuff on the game. You know, who would you hire first? Yeah. I think- Who would you hire first? I'm sorry. Her. Same reason. Doesn't want to potential stuff on the game. Elijah. Elijah, can you hear me?
Yes. Yes, I can.
Who would you hire first? Your editor, your social media manager, your regular manager, your graphic editor. Who would you hire first?
Uh, the graphic editor.
Why is that?
I believe. By the way, doesn't the graphic editor like edit the graphics of the video and stuff, and then
Not your graphic editor. That would be your regular editor. Your graphic editor is the one that would help create your logo. They would help create how your channel looks, right? Like graphics. Now put graphics on your channel. That would be your graphics editor.
oh, okay, I see.
But you said graphics editor?
Graphics editor.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about you? What's your name, Kimberly? Who would you hire? No. Together. All right, so I got pretty much. That's not bad. That's what I was thinking. It was up to me, I worked in the I'll find a channel. You know look good the best way, because your first impression is your best impression, right? You don't want to go in there looking sloppy and you don't get the so I would definitely hire. Second, I would probably hire a graphics editor, right behind it. I'm gonna hire a graphics editor because I want a logo. I want my channel to have certain effects, right? I want all of that on my channel because I know what I want. Let me show you an example of a logo. Give me 1 second. Let me find it. 1 second. Let me get it out of the cap. Hold on, give me 1 second. You know what? See what the phone might go. My logo. Give me a second. Not already saved, but I guess I can.
Can you stop us a little?
Yeah, my side business. Give me 1 second. I know I have this. Here we go. Give me 1 second. Okay. So this is my own personal logo for my side business. This is my business. See my last name, Tech Services. It's a camera. You know, it have like wrenches and a screwdriver and gears. Pretty much get across line. Fix tech, I fix computers, I fix um, laptops, TV sometimes if it's a certain era of TV, whatever like that. But that's what I do, right? Your logo is gonna be one of your most important things at your channel. You wanna when you hire a graphic designer, you need to be as clear and concise in what your channel is, what it's about, and you want that to be in your logo, right? So for me, because I run a business, it's Singleton Tech Services, right? For my last name Singleton, and I fix tech, right? And that's my service that you can hire me for to fix tech. And then, like I said, it had the computer right there with, the tools signifying that I fixed that. It's a very simple, basic logo, but it works and it gets. And I pay, like I said, I paid like $150 for her time to get that name done. Yours may cost a little bit more, it may cost a little bit less. There's no amount on the logo. I would just tell you that me personally, I'll put a cap on there around like $250 to spend on the logo. I wouldn't go over that. The only way I would go over that is if it's her time, like she's spending more time. Like I said, it took this lady like I want to say 2, 3 weeks to make this and everything. Went back and forth for some ideas. She sent me some ideas before. I have to find them. But she was sending me ideas before. She sent me this one. We decided on this one. And this one we picked. Set up on it. Up. And it came out to that. So with your logo, it needs to signify who you are, first of all, right? Because this is Twitch. This is your Twitch channel, streaming channel. So it needs to signify who you are personally, right? So, Ed, what would be your Twitch name? Like, what would be your Twitch name? What would be the colors that you would probably want your Twitch channel to be? Like me, my favorite color is North Carolina blue. So I have a lot of North Carolina blue in my logo. I'm going to have a lot of North Carolina blue on my channel, right? I love mechs, gun movie, Robotech, and Transformers to a point and nothing like that. So for me, my back, because I would have a green screen, my backdrop would be green screen, would be me being like in a mech, stuff like in playing games, stuff like that. That is how I not check the box, right? But what would be yours? What would be yours?
Mine would be, I think yeah. Yeah, so ultimately, into YouTube,
Mhm.
be like that's one of the all the colors would be black and orange.
Okay. So,
It's like
so what would be like your logo? What would be like your logo?
single name would be sit out.
Mhm.
And then it would be those two things with like also like lightning going around it.
Okay. 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 Yes. Yes, sir. Let's go. Okay. So you work in Paris. So, you have it. What's your name? Let's say the Paris Joe. Switch name. This one. Yeah. Who would be your host? I didn't know you had that. So you know, person who is you. Who would be your color scheme for your channel? What would be your logo idea? Because I know this is you right here, right? Well, that's my epic idea. What would be your color scheme? This is what I'm graphic. This is what things very fast, very scale. So this is what a graphic editor or graphic designer would ask you. They would ask you starting off, okay, what's your favorite? Because like I say, your love was personal, right? Unless you have like a sad business, like a business like I did, even though I chose my favorite color. So you have a business, they want purchase the person. But for the most part, if it's you, it's personal, they're gonna ask you, what's your favorite? What's your favorite color? What are things that you like? Because, I don't know what you do. Yeah, I don't know the channel, channel. Would it be a video gaming channel? Would it be the show channel? Would it be the arts channel, right? They would ask you all of these things before they get or what you like. It'll be your right? So for my personal channel, I love cars, right? I'm working on yeah. So I will probably use that as you said what? Your computers, laptop, different phones, you can earphones? No. Headphones, it's a lot that goes into it. It'll be more expensive for me to charge it. Basically, headphones. So, even my personal headphones, I would just buy new ones. So I spend back to conversation at hand. If I have my own channel, it'll be silhouette cuts, right? All black colors. It'd probably be blue sky, something like that. Something small, probably my nickname on there somewhere. You know, I couldn't really get out what I want. I would have to talk to you graphic designer. Those are some things that I would want associated. So next week, what's on this week? Still Friday, first thing of the time. Next week, we are going to go deep dive into logo. We're going to go deep dive into logo. What is a logo? What are most things logo? That we have in last week, earlier this earlier today's session about like check ID, Golden Arches from McDonald's, the lightning bolt from Gatorade. But there are also more logos that you can learn about that we're going to talk about next week. Yeah. But for today, I'm going to finish off today's class. I am going to play one more video. I want to talk about it. And then we're going to wrap up and then wait for Sammy to start the coding class. Give me 1 second as I get that video loaded up. Okay, so I'm gonna play this video right here. I want to play this video right here. It's teaching you how to mod, right? Because modding is very important also, right? Even though I do agree still hiring an editor first and everything, modders are very, very, very important because, like I said, it keeps your channel safe from just trolls and everything, stuff like that. You don't.
Hi, hello, how are you?
You don't want to lose trolls. You don't want to lose subscribers to trolls, right? And this video is going to show you the tips and tricks of modding, right? Because you may not be able to hire a mod right off the bat. You're going to have to learn to do some things yourself, right? And another reason why I say pick your editor first is because that is one of the hardest things to do, editing your own videos. Like, it's just a hassle. You gotta get the software. That's even more money and just more time. One thing you need to learn too, when you're trained, when you enter this as your career, that your time is money, right? You want to have as much time free, hands off time free of doing a lot of things that you don't have to do. So if you don't need to edit, you don't need to do social media posts, you don't need to book your own room for certain places when you get to that level, make your own logos and stuff like that. If you don't need to do that and you can outsource that, you should, because your time is very important. Because it's not only time is money, but it's also time for you to rest and just, log off the internet for a couple of days to just rest your mind, take care of your mental health and everything. But your time is important to you. So always remember that when you say this streaming, that your time is very, very important. But let's play this video though.
My name is Nick, aka Loaded Wombat, and you're looking for how to mod on Twitch. I've got 10 things that you need to know as a mod to be the best mod in the freaking world, to be the God mod, okay? But before we jump into that, I want to remind you that if you have any questions during this video, you can either drop them in the comments down below, or you can come visit me on my stream live on Twitch, Monday through Saturday at 10 a.m. Pacific time till about 6 p.m. Pacific time. That link is down in the description below. Without further ado, though, let's get into the video. Number one is probably one of the most important things. Like if you're just about to get modded or somebody asks you to be a mod, this is probably one of the most important things to think about, and is really, should I be a mod? You want to start to realize that you're going to have to be spending a little bit more time in this person's stream and have a little bit more dedication to the stream in general and the community that is being built. You're really saying that I believe in this stream and I believe in this community and I want to push it forward and I want to have an important role in this community. Make sure that you can spend enough time within the community. I would say you kind of want to be there for at least like 70% of streams or more. I'd say 70% probably at the lowest. I don't really hold my mods to some like strict rules, but if my mods can't really be there, I normally kind of take them out of that mod role because the nature of modding is just being able to be there. It's something to think about. I just wanted to open up with that one and for that to be our first thing so that you guys can really think about that. Make that decision. It's not the craziest, biggest thing you've ever accepted. It's still something that you don't want to take lightly. Number two is to find out the rules of the streamer, when they want you to ban, when they want you to time out, and all that kind of stuff. Basically, you want to maybe have a conversation with the streamer in DMs or on Discord or whatever it is, or maybe they have a predetermined rules list for mods, or other mods can talk to you about this. Get a climate for what you want. So you really want to ask the streamer in 3 different areas. When do you want me to ban somebody? When do you want me to just time them out? Or when do you want me to just delete their message? So those 3 things are pretty dang important. And modding isn't only policing, and we're going to get into that in a little bit, but those are very important because you don't want to hurt the streamer in any way and what they're trying to build, because you're really an extension of the streamer and you would want to really do what they would do in that situation. Number 3 is mod view. This is something that Twitch added just a few months ago to make it easier for mods to be able to mod. So we're going to jump in here. I'm going to show you kind of like some of the most important things, but for the sake of time, I can't go through every single little detail. I do have a video up here in the cards that kind of takes you through each and every step of mod view, but we're going to kind of just do a flyby on this one and show you the most important pieces. So let's dive right into that right now. So this is mod view, and I'm going to show you guys kind of some of the most important features of mod view and some of the most important things. It's pretty obvious with what some of the things you have here. Obviously, you see the stream, you see the chat. A couple cool things with the chat and quick ways that you can mod. Now, obviously, I don't have anybody chatting right now, so I can't really look at it like, how I would click on somebody's name or whatever. But I'm going to go into the users in chat and we're just going to click on Nightbot. This is kind of what you'll see when you click on somebody's name in mod view, and you'll see quite a few different like functions here. You can do things like see their different chat logs. You can see the amount of timeouts they have. You can see the amount of bans they have, and you can see the amount of mod comments. So if you have a comment, maybe like, hey, this person's been trolling a lot lately, or this person's been, you know, doing whatever, it's kind of good to really document those types of things as your stream as the stream that you're modding for gets bigger. It'll kind of get a little bit daunting to know like what people have done and all that kind of stuff. You got different timeout options down here as well. You can ban, you can report, you can do a quick whisper to them as well to like tell them to shut up or something like that. I don't know. But I think this is probably one of the best features that you have as a mod within mod view. Also, another important thing, if your streamer is using channel points a lot, you're going to be able to like mark those as complete for them or refund them, which is really cool. So I can go through and mark these all as completed because obviously we did all those and we're good to go. This whole view is also editable. You can go to add and remove widgets. You can add widgets that you want and remove ones that you do not want. And that's pretty much the important pieces of mod view. Yeah. So let's move on. Number 4 is all about welcoming people. As a mod, when somebody new comes into the chat, you want to make sure you welcome them to the stream. And you don't want to go overboard with this and be all weird about it. It takes a lot for some people to say hello in a chat. Make sure you welcome them and introduce yourself or say what's up or hello or welcome. I don't know what it is, what your stream is like, but just make sure you're a welcoming force, because other people are going to see you do that and then they're going to start welcoming people as well. So it becomes a very positive and open community when you do that. Number 5 is all about adding commands. Now, this is a little bit of a in-depth thing, and so I'm not going to go all the way into how to add commands. I do have a video on that, so if you want to jump over to that video really quick, I have how to add commands on Nightbot, Streamlabs, and Stream Elements, so go in the cards up here. But just a little something on adding commands. It's not only about adding commands for things that are, you know, oh, my YouTube or my Instagram or whatever. You can actually add commands that really help engage the chat, and you can get creative on this side of things. Like something that we have this thing where people think I scam them. It's just a meme, right? It's just a meme that I scam them in my community or something like that, right? And so we have a scam counter. So if you go !scam, it'll start to count up. I think we have it over like 1,000 at this point. So whenever like I make a joke about scamming or whatever, or they feel scammed when I play a certain game or whatever it is, they always type that in, and it ends up being a really, really cool thing. And I think there's creative ways for you to do that. My mods have been really good at that lately and creating commands that really engage people and bring people in. Number 5 is going to be how to ban, timeout, and delete one chat message. I'm going to show you guys how to do this. I actually have a video on this, but it's really quick to show you guys, so I'm going to do that. So if you go into your chat, you can go and do this on mod view or whatever. If you go into your chat on mod view, there's going to be 3 dots on the top of the chat, and you can go to show mod icons. Now, how you're going to do this in a regular chat is you're going to go to the little cog wheel, which is like the settings wheel, and you're going to do the same thing, go to show mod icons. What this does is it gives you 3 little, like, I guess, icons where it says, ban, timeout, and delete this message or whatever, delete message. And so you can delete one chat message, which is really, really nice. Number 6 is going to be handling trolls. Now, as a mod, a piece of your job is being the police, but you are not only the police in a chat, but sometimes, unfortunately, you've got to be. And so when it comes to handling trolls, one of the rules that I kind of have set for myself and for my team of mods and stuff is to not make it too big of a deal out of it. So if you've got to ban somebody, I would say just ban them. Don't make this big comment, put a note on their account of why you banned them, all that kind of stuff. But don't make this big deal about it in chat. The person gets that much more attention, which is exactly what they wanted. And so they might come back and keep coming back. And so as a mod, when you see a troll, handle it. If it's the rules of the streamer to ban them or time them out first or whatever it is, then just do whatever the rule is as soon as possible. Handle it. Boom. It's gone. Maybe even like try to move the chat forward and say like, hey, what is everyone doing today for this or that, or whatever it is, pose a question to the chat, but just move things forward. Don't harp on whatever's going on, because then it might continue more and more. One thing that you should know as a mod and the streamer should know is what you allow in your community is what your community is going to become. And so you might want to remind your streamer about that if he or she has been allowing more and more trolls into the community. Number 8 is bringing ideas to the streamer offline. It's just exactly what it sounds like. You want to start to be somebody who's thinking about how to make the stream better alongside the streamer. Now, you don't want to take over the stream and make it your own and all this kind of stuff, but you want to start posing ideas to the streamer. The streamers go through a lot in terms of like ups and downs, creatively. That's what I meant to say. They go up through ups and downs creatively. And the reality is, if you can be somebody who's bringing forth maybe a new game that they should try, or maybe you're somebody who's bringing forth like an idea, like a little piece of stream that they could do, or whatever it is, I would say that that's a really, really valuable thing to me as a streamer, because it's actually really, really freeing for me to be able to like pick from those ideas and really push things forward. And it gives you as a mod a little bit more buy-in to the stream as well, because maybe if the person uses your idea, then it's just a cool feeling, you know, then they really enjoyed it, and it's you really help them out, you know. So number 9 is better TTV emotes. I have a video on this as well of how to set these up, but these things will absolutely push the chat forward. I set up better TTV emotes, and once I set those up, my mods actually were the driving force to using those and really pushing those forward. And my chat's been really, really using them a lot more and more every single day. So I would say better TTV emotes is something you want to encourage your streamer to do if they're not using them. And if they are using them, you kind of want to get more and more people using them as possible. And last but not least, I kind of saved really probably the most important thing to talk about is being the biggest support system of your streamer. And I'm not talking about financially or anything like that. I'm really talking about just being somebody who encourages the streamer. Streamers go through highs and lows mentally, and they go through, you know, peaks and valleys and all that kind of stuff. And you're really there to be somebody who's not just the police, but you're really there to be the main line of defense when a streamer isn't at their best mentally, or even at their best in terms of like entertainment wise and all that kind of stuff. Keep encouraging your streamer, because you're so important to that community as a mod. You're somebody who really like pushes forward and keeps, you know, going through the walls and the milestones and all kind of stuff with the streamer. And if you're the biggest support system for the streamer and you're not becoming a troll yourself and all that kind of stuff, it really makes for a powerful relationship between you and the streamer, and you end up playing a really, really important role in that community, and everyone's going to realize that. So thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope it was helpful for you, and I hope you have a great time being a mod, but not only being a mod, but being able to impact lives consistently through the community that you are modding for. And again, if you have any questions about anything that we talked about here, you can either come into my live stream Monday through Saturday at 10 a.m. Pacific time, or you can stop by the Discord, which is also in the links down below. I appreciate your time. Thank you so much. We'll see you in the next video. Make sure you like and subscribe. Toodaloo.
All right, and just, you know, it's 5:50, so you're like ready to go ahead and wrap up. But that video was just showing you how to mod and around moderation and why moderation is important, right? Yeah, but it was just used to show why moderation is important, right? Because you don't want trolls, you don't want all those people just invading your chat and just making things that they can be a turnoff for your channel for people that want to really watch you work, right? They don't want to be bombarded with trolls saying crazy stuff. They want to just have a nice time, do some chatting with their, you know, fellow community members and with you, right? Because you need to also be involved in the chat. So moderation is also very, very important, right? It's a very important part of your dream team, right along with your editors, right along with your graphic editor, right along with your social media manager and your overall manager. Real quick, we are going to talk about manager real quick before we head on out. I mean, we're not head on out, but we switch classes. Your manager is very important, like I said earlier, because they help close deals and get you in rooms with certain people, right? But they also do a lot of things. They help keep your schedule balanced, right? They help keep you on schedule, right? Because you may have a million things to do on your stream day, and they're going to make sure that you get all them things done before your stream. You may have to go to some meet and greets. You may end up going to a con, like a convention, like DreamCon or TwitchCon or Comic Con or whatever. You may get invited to go to like YouTube events because you stream on YouTube also. So you may get invited to YouTube streams, all of these things, right? So your manager is the one that set everything up. They're the ones that get your plane tickets. They're the ones that get your hotel set up and everything. They're the ones that make sure that you get paid. And also, they're the ones that make sure that your stream team get paid, including themselves. One thing that I would say about that though, because your stream team, you are the boss. You are HR. You are all of those things. So you need to, if you need to handle things and come with a hammer, you need to handle it yourself. maybe have your manager there with you, but you need to handle them things yourself because you don't want no confusion that your manager is the boss. No, you are the boss. You the one that hire your manager. You the one that can fire your manager. So those things are very, very important to have. Having a manager is going to be your most important thing once you get to a certain level, right? You're an editor, you're a social media manager, and your graphic editor would be the team that you will be going forward with for a while. But once you get to a certain amount, you're going to need help and you're going to need a manager. And they do a lot. They do a lot of things for you, right? So definitely always remember that, right? You don't need to hire one right now, but eventually you are definitely going to need a manager. So what did we learn today? We learned about your strength team and what that consists of. That consists of your editor, consists of your moderator, that consists of your social media manager, your regular overall manager, and a graphic editor also, right? The graphic editor won't they won't really be a part of your strength team unless you just want to keep them around. But you're a graphic editor you just want to use for your logo and for your first set of graphics for your channel, right? But we learned about what that consists of. We learned that most of you kind of agreed that you all want to hire an editor. We have some that want to hire social media managers and graphic editors. That's very important also. We also learned that they're going to be part of the engine that keeps you running, right? They're going to be part of that engine that's going to keep you running. They're going to keep you moving because without them, you're going to be wasting a lot of time doing a lot of stuff that you don't have, right? We also learned that your time is your money. Your time is very important, right? You don't want to be able to have to do a 2.5, 3 hour stream and then turn around and edit that 2.5 hour, 3 hour stream so you can put it on YouTube or make shorts they can put on YouTube short, TikTok shorts, Instagram reels, whatever, right? Your social media manager, same thing. You don't want to have to spend time on logging on every other platform and posting about yourself 24/7. That's tiring. Same thing with graphic editor, right? You're not a graphic designer. You don't know what you're doing, so you're going to hire somebody to do that. Your time is very important, which is why it's very important that when you hire your stream team, you hire the people that can feel comfortable. But it is about that time. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, you can email me at aramis.singleton@clickservicesnfp.org or see me in class in person before or after class, pull me to the side and ask me the question and I can answer the best way I can. Also, if you all have your timesheets, whoever have your timesheet here right now, give them to me because from now on we will be keeping the timesheets here in class. We won't be letting you take them out. We're going to keep them here in class. So if you do have a timesheet, give them to me after class. For the ones that don't, please bring them Monday. Bring the timesheets Monday so we can give them to Dr. Ness, but he will hold on to them. But again, I will see you all next week. Next week, we'll be learning about how to use DaVinci Resolve, right? How to use OBS also, right? How to use OBS because that would be your broadcasting software that you would use to stream and how do you set it up. So those will be the lessons that we can go on over next week. So until then, I will see you all Monday for music class, and then I think I won't see you all next week for training class because holiday. But yes, I will see you all Monday for music class, and then I will see you all the following week for streaming class. So until then, I will see you all next week. Sammy should be in soon to start a coding class. So, go get some water, go to the bathroom, chill out, and he should be in soon. So Elijah, don't go nowhere.
Yes, don't worry, I got it. Anyway, you have a good one now.
He too. I'm not sure. Yeah. I'm not sure. Well, me.
Oh yeah, that was I had to check. So, Bill, how y'all doing? Long day? All right, cool. Y'all ready? How much? Catch up, man. Yeah, be all right. All right, cool. So, 25 is decent. All right. So last week we was talking about lists and tuples. Uh, y'all remember what lists and tuples are? Go ahead.
This is. Well, it's just like stuff that's in like bracket.
Yeah. Yeah. It's what it is like in technical terminology is they're technically data structures, which just means how you store data. So lists are useful because you're able to like store a lot of information. So a lot of the times you'll be like wanting to list like 5 things. For example, in game you have like health, right? You got attack, you got defense, you got all of that. So you can always combine all of that into one rather than you having to manually type it out every single time. Right? Um, can you guys remind me what some of the key differences between like lists and tuples are? Besides the fact that one's parentheses and one's is brackets. Yeah.
You still there?
Yeah. Oh wait, am I not sharing my screen? Ah, damn.
Yeah.
All the time I was like, oh yeah, I did it. Oh, but that's jokes. All right. So yeah, you're right, low key. So let's see. Right here. So you're right. You can only change lists type shit. Oh my bad. But yeah, so you can always change lists, meaning like you can add more stuff to them. You can delete stuff from them, which is a lot of the times why we end up using lists. But sometimes you use tuples just because they're a lot faster to work with, right? All depends on really what you need it for, and stuff like that. Some that we're going to talk about today are dictionaries, which is another data structure, right? So let's see. All right, all right. Let's see. So, y'all all have the fifth lab, right? Yeah. Cool. I think we went through problem 1. And oh yeah, we did the challenges, right? We did this one. Yeah. Let's see.
Wait, I thought we did the 4th lab, Sammy.
No, we did the fifth lab.
Wait, let me check VS. Oh, I got it's the 4th lab.
Yeah.
Same.
All right. Let's see. Let's see. All right. Cool. We did all of these. Contains the day of the week. All right. Cool. Somebody want to explain problem 4? Go ahead.
We put like between okay, Saturday and Sunday. Wait, 5, 6, 7, it was skip from dating and things.
Yeah. Which only shows Saturday and Sunday. What if we wanted to only show Monday through Friday? Or like Monday through Wednesday? I don't know, you told me. One, 1 to 3? No, it's Monday through Wednesday. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Any- Anybody else got any ideas? So if instead of printing Saturday and Sunday, we wanted to print Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday.
Would it be on, you know, on Wednesday, wouldn't be like, Monday,
Close. So what day does Monday start off at? Not like not in the week, but like Python. Yeah, and then we go 1 for Tuesday, and then Wednesday is. So we would go from 0 to 2.
oh, except when the other day,
Oh no, my bad. I mean, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Does anybody remember how we would skip? So like, let's just say we want every other day. So like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, that's and Sunday, Sunday. So the first number is start, right? And then the second number is what? Okay, so if we know we go from 0 to 2, right? Uh, damn. Okay, we go from 0 to 2, right here. And then that shows Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, right? So that means the first number is starting place. Our second number is our stopping place, right? And if we were to add a third number, what would that be? Middle? It's not that. It's the one that looks like this. Imagine these your feet.
oh, elevator, escalator,
No. What you do with your feet?
yeah.
Yeah. It's the steps.
Oh.
AKA how much do you jump, right? So we that was fun. All right. So we don't always need numbers in there. You could just do the two colons. Like for example, you could just say skip the start, skip the end, and then just give me every one, I believe, or it should be 2. I lied, every 2. And then that shows Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday, right? So that was kind of easy, right? Like these ain't too bad, ish. All right. So with that, let me go to dictionaries and such. Okay, cool. So now we got, let me do this actually. I should. All right, sick. Okay, so now we got dictionaries and sets, right? So I'm gonna copy the- you guys remember need this right? Not yet. Right. No. All right, go. So what we got for dictionaries are they're kind of the same thing. They're another set of data structures, but the only difference with them is going to be that they have something called a key and a value, right? So the way that we denote this is going to be like we got a key right here, and then we got a value. For example, damn, what's a good one? Oh, what's a good example? Oh, okay, right. So what we could do is, you know how I said that we could have a list and it has like, for example, if you playing a game or you're making a game, you have like health, you have HP or health. Yeah, health, shield, right? Attack damage, all that shit. You could technically write that over here as well. So you can denote that as like health and then some value. And then shield and then all that. So we'll do iron. So it uses the curly brackets instead of like the brackets for parentheses. Like for example, you could write like health or HP and then some value, right? Let's just say you make it like a Clash of Clans, right? How much HP you want to do? We'll do. Yeah, that's crazy. All right, cool. All right, and then you do comma. Now what we got? We got attack, right? Just showing you want to make this do.
1,500.
1,500. Right. Now, how much you want to attack like a shield or like a defense? Hey,
Whoa, this flood out. This thing out.
God damn.
Right.
Right, that boy tanky. What you mean? Juggernaut.
You gotta.
Right. So what you can do is you can easily just write all of this. And if I were to do a layer,
I mean, what was that all about that?
wait, what?
Stop laughing.
Oh, also, my bad. Elijah, you can't see it, can you?
I can still see. I can still see.
See,
I can still see it. I can still see it. I wasn't saying
Okay, cool.
I couldn't see it, but you get the idea.
Yeah.
It comes, think outside the box. But I say big things come in small packages.
Cool.
oh, it's not on.
That's it.
No.
And I was like,
Thank you.
yeah, this doesn't turn blue. But it's plugged in, right? No. Oh, I'm slow as hell. My bad. That's why I was like, hold on, bro. Whole time he was facing it that way, I was like, all right, cool. So if I were to call player and then HP, what do y'all think? Hey, yo, so if I were to do player and HP, what's the result? 2K. Right? Let's go equal to 2K. Right? You can replace what's inside here with whatever you need, right? So you can find a tag. You can find whatever. But it works very similar to how we've done it before. The only difference is instead of calling it by index, you call it by the key value. Or you could even make it a for loop to go through all of the values and then like create a class. Let's see. Yeah. So a key feature is that each one of these names has to be a little different than one another. So you can't have like 2 HPs, otherwise it's gonna be like pretty much it goes through its same process. Y'all remember how I said variables can't have the same name and then like it points to 2 different things? Same thing with the keys over here. So like if it goes HP once and then you call HP again, it kind of gets confused and it's like, which one do you want me to point to? So yeah. And then they could be whatever you want, right? They could be numbers, strings. It really don't matter. Let's see.
No.
Alright, I'll have this up when you guys are doing the lab. But, right, let's just say you could get the length of the dictionary using the numbers, right? You could get the keys of the dictionary, which are the values. You could, oh, my bad. You could get the keys, which are going to be the things that you make. You could get the values, which is like 2K, 1500, 2300, all that. And then you could also get the items, right? Which is going to show all the keys and then their associated values. So like, let's just say we just want an HP. Anybody got any ideas as to how we do that?
You just want an HP,
Yeah, just HP.
you value 1.
Well, key value is just like essentially you could it's not really value. You just kind of put the thing that you want, right? But let's just say we didn't know exactly what we naming it. So like we could have instead of HP, right? Let's just say we have health, right? Or like tankiness, whatever you want to call it. But we don't know that because we're working with somebody else. They'd be like, all right, let's just name it whatever. What you could do is you could do, for example, my dictionary, which in our case is player, dot items, and then inside you could put brackets 1 or 0. And then that would give us our HP total. So you could still use the same concepts where it'd be the little brackets, and then it'll tell you exactly where everything is. You can also get everything. So like this is gonna be useful when we do in the lab. And lastly, pop is just kind of like you're getting pop, you're getting out. So you're kind of taking out the key and you're returning the value. Any questions so far? All right. So now let's talk about sets. Sets are kind of similar, but a little bit different to dictionaries. So we still use the curly bracket because the note is set. But the main difference is that it's unordered and it don't have a key or a value. Right? So it's just gonna be like the elements. I'm pretty much freaking right. HP, attack, defense. And all those little values are not going to be in here. But instead of writing it that way, you could even write 2K, 1.5K, 2.3K. And then you could kind of do it that way. Yeah. So it's kind of similar to a set because you could also create an empty set, but it's going to be immutable, meaning you can't change it really. And it has to be hashable, which means it's like a certain type of value. And again, there's no duplicates for obvious reasons. And then, yeah, the reason why it's mainly efficient is going to be for removing duplicates or just like going through a list. You can always also call it as a empty set and then just kind of start adding things to it.
Okay, so I think.
Any questions so far? Let's see. Same thing here. You could call the length of it. You could get any element. You could add an element. You could remove an element. You could use discard. And then for unions, right, or intersection or difference, the main difference is going to be like you could combine the two. You could find a common like element between the two. Or you could also update. Yes. My bad. You can find a specific element using the difference. Let's see. Dictionaries versus sets. Anybody have any idea as to the main difference between the two or when to use them? Kinda.
One's used for storing, the other one's used for comments.
Yeah. Essentially. one I would say is always useful for storing or creating items. Right? We'll get into this when we talk about classes. Now I'm not talking about like a physical class. I'm talking about like you could create a class. And a lot of the times I would say your best bet for creating stuff would be either dictionaries or lists for obvious reasons. Yes. Okay. So some more things to just consider whenever you're doing stuff like that is, are you gonna need to change anything? Right? Dictionaries and sets are both immutable, which means that you can modify it after you make it. Meaning you can add stuff to it, you can delete stuff from it, you can edit some of the values. You can. I don't think you can edit the keys though. That's the only thing. Hashing is essentially just like how quickly do you need stuff done. So like, am I gonna have to go over the entire elements in the dictionary? Am I gonna have to go through everything or not? And then nests, right? Kind of like everything that we've talked about. For example, can somebody remind me what a for loop is? Yeah, it does keep repeating itself. No. Think, okay, honestly, I would say the best way to think about it is like for a for loop, you could count up to 4, and then guess what? You're done, right? A while loop is like while it is. So while you still driving or while you still got glass, you could keep on going. You could haul ass, essentially, right? So that's the easiest way that I would say. It's like 4, you could go up to 4 times or more. While some condition is true, let's keep going. So with those, you can always like nest them together, meaning like you can have a for loop, a while loop, whatever you want. You could kind of do the same thing here. For example, you can have like a dictionary, you can nest it inside a set. You can have a set and then a dictionary and then a set. It really don't matter how you want to do it. But like you could kind of get creative with the stuff. You could do whatever you want. And that's kind of why they're going to be useful. Because when we make our own games or do our own projects, a lot of the times they're going to be working with numbers for some reason, right? Like in a game, you have your HP. In a car, right? You would have the speed, the model, how many people go hold, four-wheel drive, two-wheel drive, anything that you really want. Rock, paper, scissors is like, I win against these, I lose against these. And then, yeah, let's see. So honestly, there is not too much of a difference between what we talked about last week and what we talked about this week because they're all kind of the same, but they're very different, right? A dictionary is on order, meaning it don't have a specific order. You could kind of go through whatever. You could go attack, HP, defense, defense, attack, HP, whatever. A set is an unordered collection of everything, but everything is unique, everything is new. A list is a collection of elements, right? It could have whatever, and it could be the exact same. So you could have like 4 Christians in there, right? Let's just say we have 4 Christians in a class. You could do it. We have 2 Anthony's in the class. You could do it. You gotta have 4 Terrys, bro. Terry, want to put that dish in reverse? Put it in reverse, Terry. And then tuples. Yeah. Let's see. Are y'all gonna need like a visual to notice the stuff, or would you guys rather just get more into get to trying the lab and then just kind of putting everything together? Let's see.
Wait, data structures, visualization, and sets? What are those,
Yeah.
Sammy?
What we were just talking about.
Wait, sets allow
Let's see.
them to wait, that's what you're talking about? Okay.
Yeah, let's see. Where, which one? That part? Yeah. Yeah, we did that last week. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, exactly. Well, this no, this is actually new thing. But yeah, but it's kind of similar. That's the thing, right? So let's see. Let's see. Can
Yes.
oh, actually, yeah. Let's see.
What that means?
All right, cool. Let's do a little quiz real quick. What is this one? So if I have something like this, what's the name of that data structure? No, that is indeed a list. What about this one? Tuple. What about the last one? And then this one is a. Yep. Let's see. Oh my bad. I didn't even realize that. I'm a switch sports team. That's right. So yeah, this is gonna be like how you create an empty list, an empty tuple, an empty set, and then a dictionary. Let's see. You know what? I say I'm gonna send y'all to lab because I think that for the most part, this is similar to what we worked on last week. So I think y'all should be able to get this one pretty quickly. Ish. All right, everybody, go ahead and check your emails. Pull it up real quick. One, two, three, four, five, six. One, two, three, four, five, six. Two, four, six, like a.
What?
Let me check.
Look here.
I is right here.
And then he switched it up. This girl gonna be. I'm like, you saw the
Life right here.
Sit up, baby.
Anthony. Lanaya, Noah. Is Noah here?
Yeah.
Type shit. Okay, so
By me.
he left.
His name Dave.
Manuela.
Well, you was with her up and down every, you haven't been happy since Monday and Wednesday, now that's. Friday.
2, 4, 6, 8. Alright, I'm missing two.
What's that for? The only person that's on Patrick's birthday was the sister. What's that for? Tell him about his birthday. I know.
Is Benjamin here? Alright.
Yeah, I am so bad. You did
I
good look.
didn't know.
You been to.
Izzy, Elijah right here.
But later, I had to go.
Thanks for birthday.
Anna,
It's my birthday. That's your birthday.
Karen right here.
That's your birthday.
Kimberly's here.
That's my birthday with you.
Noah's here.
But like, it's birthday.
Ryan. Is Eric here?
It's real.
Oh, Eric isn't even here. The heck? All right, cool. Y'all all got the lab, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, cool. Let's see.
That's all.
Has nothing. What, birthday, what? Oh.
No, like they are overgrown. Grown.
All right, are y'all gonna need the?
Right. Hey, like
17.
hey,
You want to act like that? Oh,
Creative is, creative kitchen is, facts, duplicate.
like only got one seat on. But they no, no. It's concert. It's like. This shit like.
I'm gonna do this.
I think it's not saying.
All right, sick.
People act like they moves.
All right, partner up and start working on the lab together. I'm gonna leave the stuff for dictionaries up here in case y'all need it. But if y'all need the one for sets, let me know. Take like 10, 15 minutes to work on it, and then we'll come back.
why do you like one uncle beat you to a pole? Like, they're like,
AJ, but you're.
no, but I know I'm gonna have to get that one. Because that's how bad.
I ain't trying to just go.
I'll bring him over here, like.
You don't got a partner.
Good.
You have the only. Think about it. But work out for you.
That's all I want to get. By myself, so.
Don't seem like think it is that ever. Why? You come out. Don't pull up a chair. Oh Lord, bro, sit back there.
Pull up the check back there, buddy. The whole share cost this one thing.
How do you hate it? She kind of like. Let her try to do
Damn.
it around here.
You look even big.
Damn, they're about to laugh up. It's crazy.
No.
So it's supposed to.
It's just
He's scared.
All right, cool. Are you on or?
Nah, today's just my long day. I've been up since like 7. Yesterday I took a trip, but I did go to the concert.
Hey man.
I went to downtown. Crazy. Bro,
So
E-Mass had a crazy performance. And then, yeah, E-Mass was there.
Now what?
He said, I mean, yeah, I was like, I ain't gonna when I'm still crying, I'm coming back. So, Travis, I got you. I'm talking about body and everything.
60% of a Travis Scott concert. You know what's up?
Already, are we still on the list? That's a list, right? Not a dictionary.
Yeah, this is kind of going to be like a mix of everything. So I would say start out with this. Go here, also build this with the experience that is not kind of going off this.
Right.
I mean,
I got like 5 lists. Honestly, let's keep it as a list.
It started up with a name.
Yeah, so it works like a variable. We started off with a name, label, and then I can just kind of write out.
Like with our name.
Even though that is a number or something, is equal to. That's what I can't. I get it, I feel it's.
Right.
Yeah, brackets or something.
No.
I think it's $25.
Oh,
Also, my bad, I forgot. Ask the user. It's gonna be going back to what we did for lab 2 or lab 3. So they're just gonna go ahead.
I pulled 15 case.
You got the same on here. I thought it didn't work.
What are we doing?
Oh, this is.
I just need to see like in.
I'm good to teach us tell me how to start these. I'm sorry.
You know. I'm trying to.
Yeah, there's some models, you gotta ask.
Yeah, it is.
It's like, then I gotta put my numbers.
Yeah. I mean, you got to.
Any number,
Right.
shit, check.
I mean, you were going to this side.
Chicken on his, chicken on his.
You know,
I say that's a. 3 or 6. It's either.
Like, please, like, you can sit down and it's crowded.
I think that's it.
Somebody gonna have to.
It's because like. Everything you came back, he been. Yeah, but that's not
You never go behind him. Yeah.
Bro, I'm going to around the point.
I just.
Honestly, the only reason why we stopped was just because
Somebody you can talk to.
I think we started out like.
Put something in the book. The only idea of looking at me is.
It was like. Look at that cookie plan.
Whose girl is? Go to the phone.
One month. Then
I'm sorry, go come. Don't bother me. Like, they stop like when we were keep it low for better account and look at. So you got that Twitter. Oh, very good. You know what's in that mother?
Okay, can you come check this out? Isn't it a thing? Right.
Actually, you need to buy the number. Tell me that.
It's from the second half. So how do you guys do some? Like close. So first you want to ask the user for 5 numbers. So actually, what's the easiest way to do this? There's going to be a couple ways.
Ask, find them.
Yeah. How do like this? Should we just break it up real quick? I use it
Shake my schedule.
All right, cool. So, let me actually pull up problem 1 real quick.
What? I don't know.
All right, sick. So, problem 1 wants us to ask the user for 5 numbers, right? First things first, let's break up the problem. No coding, straight English type stuff, right?
Spanish.
Okay, we can do it in Spanish, we can do it in French, we can do it in Russian. Not mad. Step 1. Step one is, okay, so like, let's just say I'm trying to figure out 5 numbers and then add them up, right? So give me a number. Yeah. We'll do 6, 3, 7,
15.
15.
23.
Hey,
Yeah, that's my open.
we can easily just add these, right?
That's my son.
And then what we'll do is, let's just say we have to make a list. We'll do 6, 3, 7, 15, 23. Yeah, actually, the way I always thought this is completely easy. You're working. Okay, so let's just say we wanted to add these all together. What would we do? Actually, wait. Let's go step by step. Let's go step by step, right? First time I asked y'all, what does the list look like?
Bunch of numbers.
Even before this part, it has nothing, right? After I asked y'all the first time, what happened? Right? And then so on and so forth. What if instead of doing this, we just add them together, right? So the other way we could do this is going to be like this. Well, actually, no, we do need this, but I like. We are taking this 6, 3, 6, 3, 7, so on and so forth. So finding the sum's easy, right? We just add them up. And what does that give us? We got 10 here, we got 6 here, we got 16 here.
Oh, that's 38. But then 50.
No. All right. But now, how do we find the average? 7 plus 3 is 10. 6 goes here. 16. 16 plus this is 21. 21 plus 23 is 54. 44, my bad. No, I lied. It is 54. I don't know what 31. Okay. And now this kid was 50. Now, how do we find the average of something?
Wait a minute. 6 lab?
Yeah, and then divide by how many?
Wait a minute. Did you send me the 6 lab link?
Yep, just check your email. 54 divided by 54? Yeah.
Wait. I
Which
thought
gives
you
us
sent me the
what
6
is?
lab link.
What's 54?
10.8.
Oh, I forgot.
It's about like yeah, it's almost 11. It's in between 10 and 11. Right, so it's like 10.8. So that's like the real world example of it. Ish. So now all right. So what's the first step that we gotta go through? Well, just in plain English. We work through like a real life example. Exactly. All right. Ask user for number. And what? Yeah, actually. Yeah. Close. How many times are we doing this?
Yeah. Since I forgot to mention, I'm gonna run out of storage space in my Gmail. So I believe on December 21st, I believe whenever all the labs you try to send me, they'll be bounced back to you. So it's gonna take a while to get my Gmails fixed.
Okay. Well, I mean, as long as you still have something where I can send you the labs.
I understand. I'll just follow along with the 6th lab.
Okay. Okay. So then we do this 5 times, and then we add the numbers 20 times. And then so on the average, we what? Divide by sum over. We don't get the models. So we have this in plain English. How? Let's do this. How do we ask the user for a number? Or how do we get something from the user? Just in general. Close. Starts with an I.
Input.
Input. So you do input. Actually, just do this. Hi. Input of what? All right, so we got input, we got one out. Here, here's a number. Or give me a number.
Oh, put this under problem 1.
Yeah. But we'll turn all of this into an integer. Or I won't give y'all. So it'll be like, I know that it's not the best, but it'd be like something like INT, parentheses, input, give me a number.
Put that
Wait,
break it out.
and-
and then-
It's
Thank you.
input, you mean?
Yeah. So it's like int as an integer, and then you do parentheses, and then you do input, parentheses, give me a number.
Oh.
And don't forget to give the quotation. Otherwise, it's gonna give you a little error, you dig?
What does it sound?
Yeah.
Any other one?
How are you got? Well, actually, I would say give a couple of lines before int, and then give a couple of lines after int. And then after, don't forget, what should we do with this? We should save it as a. That's with a V. Variable. So just like name it as like question or number or whatever. Right? We're gonna want to store those numbers in a list. So how do we store numbers in a list that isn't made yet? We start off with what? Name, yes. But then it starts with a two different words. It starts with an E. Oh. Ah. How many of y'all like Juice WRLD? What's one of Juice WRLD songs?
No, the state.
Yeah.
Wow.
Alright, it's on Death Race for Love. It starts with an E. I feel so goddamn empty.
Of course he does.
We start off with an empty list. So we could do something like stores or whatever equal to empty list. Yeah, I don't know. It's just some random name that I thought of, but you could name it whatever you want.
Like you gonna name the numbers, but this priority number, I don't know. Do whatever y'all want with it. So now, if I wanted to do this 5 times, what do I do? I glue it. Why would I copy and paste it 5 times? I could just do it for them and then write this code once. So in between these,
Oh, this stuff one.
you know, it would be like store is equal to a blank. And then I would do 4. And bring 5, and then I'll put this in here. So we have this part, and this part. Or not. How we showing you what it's called?
Put that in between the brackets.
Yeah, I'll just do this.
With quotation marks in between brackets or no?
Oh yeah. And then this is just like space, right? So these two would actually be on the same spot. And then this part would be, this is the same. This part goes inside here. So actually, rather than trying to do this, we'll just code it together. So it looks like something like this, right? So I'll do storage is equal to empty set. Then I would do for num in range 5. So there's a couple of ways of doing this, right? So you can either save the number or you could just do storage dot append and then whatever number they give you. So there's a couple of different ways to do it. Then you could even do sum, average, have those sets of just random. And then you could do a little something like this. Without the upstring, just to make it a little bit easier. Kind of make a little bit of sense. Ish. So I'll give you all a couple minutes and then we'll go through Python Tutor and then we'll just kind of see a step-by-step analysis of why this works. Right? Like what's happening behind the scenes. For 2, I'll also give you all this.
I can see it.
I got you. Let me know when y'all ready, and then we'll walk through the visualization. A pen just means add. Think of it like this. What you do with a pen? You add the words to the paper. I ain't even gonna hold you. A lot of the stuff I'll be saying, I'll be freestyling. I just thought of this right now, but makes sense. Right. Yeah, y'all mostly got it? All right, go ahead. Take your time, finish writing it.
No, we can stay up here. The lab, or they make it.
He definitely be listening to K-pop. Look at him.
Doing the dance.
All right, you got it?
Average. I want that equal sum slash and
Is it still too small?
it does. I think put my
DJ, do you have all your
That's what you're
all your stuff?
I've been here.
Why did your
Why did you open the partner?
why did your
Exactly.
when I get signed in, give it to me?
I know y'all.
Damn.
Like,
It's
you know, the
biggest.
biggest, biggest, that's why you. Yeah,
Sometimes what's in life.
Right.
Some of the.
Yo,
Chase the bag. Here we go. Nothing. Not that, and I got it, you know.
No, you. Well, that's.
I'm scared.
He was gonna get.
They're all serious kids. They're actually the greatest terrorists. What the?
I'm talking about when I was thinking later, like. Yeah,
Terry, no.
They're-
Like we just call. Terry.
So why don't you call it for like EJS?
Well, AJ, they were like Terry. Well, there's some.
They always have something to say like.
It's
EJ.
different though. It's different. Look, everybody.
I always think what's the guy.
Yeah, 3 times you like you're wrong. And then you can get up on that bike. She know. Yo, me and my right.
This is our friends.
Yeah. Ready. Right. No. Right.
Saying that.
All right, you got it?
Yeah, I got it.
All right, bet. All right, cool. So anytime anything's unclear, I always just do Python tutor. Yeah, more so it just shows you what's going on the back side of things whenever you run it. Yeah, what's up?
Like use AI.
How are you?
Like ChatGPT. There's a code on for like one.
Yeah, here, I got you. I'll do this instead. So there's different ones. For example, I would say use some called Black Box, and then that's like an AI tool that I use to code. Comes in Clutch. You could always ask it to write the code for you, but you also have to know how that code works. Otherwise, you're just gonna be looking at code. Yeah, generally, the more specific, the better. But I'm not gonna hold you. It's not the best. That's why it's still good for you to know how to code because a lot of the times there'd be simple mistakes that it'd be making, but it won't know that it's making that mistake. So you could spend 30 minutes, 40 minutes on something that would have taken you a 2-minute correction. Right? So what were to happen if we were to visualize this execution is this. So what happens is the code says, okay, we got storage right here. We don't have anything in storage yet. Empty. Number starts off at 0. And then we got to do storage.append, which means add this to the storage. It asks us for a number. So give me a number. So I do 10. I submit it. And then now that gets added. Sum is 0. Average is still 0. And we could actually just keep adding stuff. Right? So 10, average is still 10. And now what happens is we go to 1. Give me another number. 20. 20 gets added. We go down. This still is the same. Except now we're resetting it because it's 0. We do sum plus equals 20, 30. Average is not 15. We go up. Give me another number. Nothing gets added. We add it, we reset everything. Bam, bam. Average everything. Average everything. Average. We'll do 47. Did I just get an ad? That's crazy. Right? And then you could kind of just keep on doing this. So it adds everything up. But you notice how much slower I'm getting the more numbers I'm adding? Then I get to here. I get to give me another number. I add it. And then from here, we're pretty much done, right? We have 5 numbers. But look at how many steps it takes. 55, 6, 7. And then it just keeps on going, right? Yeah, what's up? Nah, I'm not gonna lie. Python tutor is mainly used for like trying to figure out exactly what's happening behind the scenes of your code, right? So like let's just say you don't know exactly what's happening, right? So let's just say this for some reason, oh, I got an idea. So let's just say I forgot this code right here and this line. If I visualize the execution and I'm like, wait, I know that I should be getting a sum for everything, but the sum keeps showing up as 0, right? What's happening? Sum is 0. Now I see that sum is still 0. I'll do 47 again. Crazy word. Right? So we got 47. I know that now if I keep going in here, this number should go up, but it's not. So that's more so like what you're using it for. It's more of like a tool to help you see what's happening behind the scenes. So that way, when you're coding your program, you're like, oh, I know what kind of what's happening. Make sense ish? The more complicated that you get, honestly, the less helpful this becomes. So like for coding the game, not gonna lie, it's not crazy useful, but it's still gonna be helpful because of the fact that like we're still getting used to Python. We still don't know what's happening too much. And that's kind of the main reason why I always suggest. Make sense? Yeah, actually, we'll code this one together as well. But I'm not gonna talk as much. Now it's on y'all. Let's create a list of 10 numbers of random numbers between 1 and 50. And we want to sort the list in decreasing order. Oh yeah, this Sunday. But we want those numbers to be random every time. Oh, yeah, close, yeah. So what's the first step? What did we do last time as the first step? Look at problem 1. Yeah. First, we're gonna make an empty list. So we'll do actually we'll do numbers is equal to an empty list. Now what? No, but close. 50 is telling us how many times to run the code. So it's going to be 50 should be, yeah, for num in range 10, right? But then we want to choose a random number, right? So how should we do that? Instead of storage, in our case, we're using numbers, right? So you would do numbers out of pen, random int, which is random integer between 1 and 50. Yeah. So it's like random dot rand int between 1 and 50. Now we can print the number of shit. Actually, I lied. We'll print numbers at the end and just see what the list is. So now, to sort the numbers, what do we do? Anybody remember? So right now we've added the numbers and it does it 10 times, right? It's random integer. Think of it like that. Rand int. Right? So now what's the last step? Oh, well, yeah, we're just doing that for visual clarity. We don't really need it, but I want it so that way we can see like a before and after picture. So now we have to what? Yep. Do you remember what we did for the fifth lab? Sort the numbers. Yeah. So it'd be numbers dot sort, but in this case we could put reverse is equal to true, which just means instead of going up, you go down, and then we can print the numbers, and that's it. Any questions so far? Making sense-ish? Here, I'll show y'all. So it shows 21, 13, 49, 33, 48, 10, 46, 40, 33, 6, right? And then it sorted it. What if we wanted to sort them in increasing order? Well, what's the opposite of true? So then what should happen now? Yep. I'll leave this up for a little bit. Okay. So now I want y'all to try problem 3 on your own. Go back to working in groups real quick. And then I will show y'all this.
Start and it's
Right here. Hey. All right, y'all still need it on this page, or should I switch it?
Says P, you put any title.
Yeah. Anytime I use like a random name like Key or whatever, unless I tell y'all otherwise, just think of it as like a generic name. Think of it as like a Brad for a white person or something, right? Like generic, kind of be whatever. So what happened?
Another one.
That's what's it? What do you think? Comic me. Okay, hey, guys, over here. It's Victoria. What you say? Something like that, like scary. Okay, scary. Instead of the night of
You think guys, it's really wanted him.
Over. Let me see.
That always means it's an area.
Working on it. You're not playing game all day, right?
So,
Yeah, you do that all day.
so you're just putting in regular words or
Yeah, it just said like items.
whatever we want. What is it? Nothing for this is, what is it?
Oh, sorry, what I said. I should slow. You should relax.
Thanks so much for that. Wrap it up. Oh, yeah.
Wait, which one was it? I was thinking either the first one.
Okay, now we're not good. Why don't you get them? So say that. Huh? I don't do. I don't do. I don't start my names. I hear you guys hear.
That's
The Jason, I'm going to point out. You think that's weird? No. You probably see me there.
Great, so like that's.
And now we're going to my rhythm. You guys are going to have the bottom. You guys are going to get the bottom. You got one that how much you want to because he says it every time. So all the words things have a link to speak. Speak. I see. Yeah, of course.
I know. You guys on there. I said, look up there.
I just laugh on today's my beat. You guys see the thing. Now you can go to you might come back.
Yep.
I was gonna get it. Oh, hour.
Everything time.
I don't like it. Okay.
You want it? You don't rent this. No, you rent it. Every time.
I won't anyone else.
He can't fight on Friday.
He can't fight on Friday.
Nah, no, I remember you just say you can't fight on Friday. Oh, yeah, can't fight. Dad. Hell, your dad, Billy, your dad, you can do that.
All right, cool. So
Wait, it says create a dictionary to represent simple game inventory with items as keys and qualities as values. How do you do that?
Y'all have a conversation.
Right, yeah, I'm about to say the girl next to you, hey.
we don't even need that actually.
It's not stop mentioning.
All right, so we'll do inventory. So this is another way that you could kind of do it. You could kind of add, all right?
Same, I think that's going.
Yeah. So a couple ways that you could add stuff into a dictionary is going to be you just add it this way, but you could also do inventory update all one and then arrow 20. Yeah. But I would say don't forget to read the second half where it says allow the user to add or remove. I'll give you all a clue. It's very similar to problem 2 ish. Andrew, this is just an example. Y'all don't have to do word for word. You feel me? Y'all can do whatever y'all want.
Is that so?
What do you mean inventory? Yeah, the print always has quotation, or no, inventory doesn't, because that you're referencing the variable. The only time it has to be in quotation marks is if you're doing something like inventory, right? But you could do like inventory of inventory. So something like this would be comma, and then inventory is gonna show you like inventory comma, and then show you everything else. I'll give you all a couple more minutes. Go ahead.
$100. Yeah, because you. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, somebody else. They.
Y'all got any questions so far?
Okay, that's here.
What you about to do?
Oh.
Okay.
That's good.
Professional fear.
Yeah, no. No, no, right now. I that's so sick. Get that. Yeah. Yeah. It was a game quite enough. But it was a game.
Damn.
Yeah, I think he did. I didn't know what he was. Let's see if you get like. Yes. Hey, man.
Alright, cool. Y'all almost done-ish. You got any questions? So, uh, you could do both. Right? So like in a game, you can either discard the entire thing or you can only like discard a couple. But yeah, but you can make that as like a thing. For arcade, we'll just say that we're discarding a couple things. Or we'll discard the entire thing, my bad. Just know that this one is involved. It means like it got a little bit of everything that we've talked about up until this point. Elijah, do you got any questions so far?
Apparently, no questions.
How's it going? You making any progress?
I'm just
I'm
following
following
along.
through.
It's just, for some reason I didn't receive the 6 lab, but progress is still coming along fine.
Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, it's in your email, so
I thought I had it, but wait. Let me make sure. Apparently, it wasn't.
I'm not saying that. I'm not going to first try.
You did what?
I think that's
all right. 2 more minutes and then we're gonna come back and work through it.
I'm like, I'm like, that's like,
Also, no, bathroom's open if needed.
that's like, Nice. I would do it. Honest. Like that's okay. God. That's I know that. You guys gotta come with them. I think everything.
All right, cool. Y'all ready? All right. So from here. So, all right, let's bring it back real quick. So we got the inventory, and then we're updating. Actually, we'll wait to update the inventory. My bad. Oh, all right. What's the first step that we got to do to solve problem 3? Yep. So we have that. What now? Close. If we want to allow the user to kind of add, remove, or to check anything, what should we do? Huh? Well, we want the user to choose. So for example, if I show you on screen, right? And I'm like, you got a sword, shield, potions, and gold. What do you want to do with it? And it's like imagine if you're in a game and then you click on the inventory button and then the inventory pops up, right? How should we handle that? Oh, why would we sort it? Everything's already there. You don't need to sort it.
Oh, you talking about?
So in a game, right? You click on the inventory button. What happens? What? How you know what you want to do with it?
Oh, everything in
Exactly. Right? So depending on what we got to do with it, we got to what? Exactly, right? What's one way that we could do that, but like asking the person what they want to do? Close. We got to just baby step with it. I'm talking about baby step with it. We got to first figure out what they need, right? Yes and no. I would say later, but let's just say they want to add an item that they don't have yet. Actually, I think instead of adding the item, we'll just so far just remove or check. But we'll do add later. So, bam, they click on the inventory pops up, right? And we want to choose an item, right? So how do we do that in Python? We use what function? No, but we are going to use if. It does start with an item. Nope. Input. So we'll do choice is equal to the input of what would you like to do? Either add, remove, check, right? Now, I'll give you a couple of seconds. What should happen from here? Now we gotta do what? No? What you just say? If what? If what? Not input, if what's input equal to? Choices. Oh, not inventory. What are our options? Start off with the first one. Don't even worry about the other two right now. Start off with one. If choice is equal to what? Huh?
Brand.
Go ahead.
Wait, yeah, I call it nice.
No, the choice is equal to add, then what should happen? Well, what do we know what we're gonna add? How do we know what we're gonna add? What do we gotta do with the player? Exactly. We gotta ask them. So it's like item is going to equal to some input of what would you like to add, right? Like a sword, a bow, arrow, right? Right? Right?
Yeah, I'm not even saying.
So
I don't want no.
actually, yeah, we'll do this because I don't think it should be too bad.
The bit mark sign.
What was for me?
I wanted to like add and. In.
Oh yeah, my bad. That's just a slash n just means new line. So that way it's not like would you like to add a sword, bow, shields, or like arrows or whatever. It's like add a like new line, bam. You could even do a new line for everything, right? Sword, bam, bam. So now it's gonna be just similar. So what do we do now? Well, what did we just do earlier? You said if choice is equal to add. So now what should happen? Close. It's another I. Uh-uh. Right, you just had it earlier.
Yeah.
Because we got three new choices, right? So we do if what?
The choice, right?
No, not choice. Not input. Yeah. If item is what?
Any how you can either buy
Yeah.
add a sword.
And then what? Yeah, it'd be inventory of that item plus equals one. Right? And then you do the same thing for bow and arrows. And then you just print the inventory. Right? All right, what now? So we've taken care of the add case. What about this case right here, remove? Anthony? I'm taking care of what now? Yeah? What? Yeah? What? But remove what? You gotta ask for clarity. What do we do up here? We did item is equal to input. What would you like to add, right? So now what should we do? No, not item no more. But it's gonna be something similar, right? So instead of what item would you like to add? Exactly. And I'll do like remove is equal to an input of what item would you like to remove, right? You don't even need all this. You can just, what item would you like to remove? Yeah. And then you could just do a sword, bam, right? So you do like, if remove is equal to sword, then you just remove the sword. So somebody tell me why we use inventory of remove? Okay. What does inventory do? Inventory gives us, what does remove do? But why does it do it? Close. Even simpler than that. Why do we do it? Nah, you know, this one's not in your notes, but it should be in more like intuition. It's on line 27. Exactly. We're removing what the user needs. Right? And then last case is if check, then we just print inventory. So I'll let y'all, I'll give y'all a couple minutes and then we'll start wrapping up. Okay. All right, y'all got this written down? So what, while you guys are writing that down, let's go ahead and just test it out. All right, so what should we do? Should we add, remove, or check our inventory? Let's do a simple check. Our inventory has 1 sword, 1 shield, 5 potions, and 100 gold. Right? Let's run it again. Now let's do what? What should we remove? Oh, my bad. Oh, that's why. What? Yeah. Potion. All right, there we go. So now if we remove gold, our gold is not 0. Make sense? All right, it's 7:50. So once y'all done, go ahead, start cleaning up, wipe y'all computers down so that way y'all could go ahead and get out, enjoy y'all weekends. All right. I'll leave this up here for a couple more minutes. Hello. No idea. I'm not sure.
I don't know. Trying to see if concert if Thanksgiving coming up, so I'm asking.
Yeah, I'm saving most of my energy for that. on Black Friday shopping.
Okay.
Only thing is Black Friday shopping already kind of started this week. All right, Elijah, any questions?
Questions?
Cool. Go ahead. Yeah, I think we're done for the day. So feel free to go ahead, wrap up. And yeah,
Talk to you later.
of course, enjoy.